Retro-Futurism. This is the future as imagined by the past, a style born from the post-war optimism and atomic age faith in technology. Architecturally, it's defined by the aesthetics of the 1950s and 60s, featuring sweeping, Googie-style curves, dramatic fins, and flying saucer shapes. Materials like chrome, glass, and vibrantly colored plastic are used everywhere. The overall feeling is one of clean, automated cheerfulness, a world of flying cars, personal jetpacks, and robot maids, famously seen in the Jetsons and the original design of Disneyland's Tomorrowland. Megastructure. This style is defined by its almost incomprehensible scale, envisioning buildings so large they contain entire cities within a single continuous structure. It's an architecture of consolidation, often appearing as immense, self-sufficient pyramids, sprawling arcologies, or networks of towers connected by sky bridges. Popularized by real-world movements like Japanese metabolism, the core idea is a modular framework that can grow and adapt over time. While awe-inspiring, the sheer scale can also feel overwhelming and dehumanizing, perfectly captured by the Tyrell Corporation's Pyramid in Blade Runner. High-tech. This is the sleek, sophisticated vision of the near future that is actually being built right now. Championed by architects like Zaha Hadid and Santiago Calatrava, this style is defined by complex, fluid, and non-rectangular forms that are designed with the help of powerful computer algorithms. The aesthetic is often inspired by organic systems, featuring skeletal structures, curving shells, and flowing lines that seem to defy gravity. The feeling is one of dynamic, sophisticated motion, creating buildings that look almost alien and alive, using advanced materials to make the impossible possible. Brutalist Futurism. This is the architectural language of power, permanence, and oppression. Using massive, raw, unfinished concrete forms, this style creates a future that feels heavy, unyielding, and inhuman. The aesthetic is defined by monolithic shapes, fortress-like walls, and small, deep-set windows that offer little warmth or welcome. In science fiction, brutalism is the go-to style for totalitarian governments, corporate security headquarters, and ancient imposing alien structures, as seen in the stark buildings of Blade Runner 2049 and the monumental structures of Arrakeen in Dune. Cyberpunk. This is the architecture of a high-tech, low-life future, where technological advancement has not resulted in a better society. Cyberpunk is defined by extreme urban density and a chaotic fusion of advanced technology and urban decay. Massive skyscrapers, often corporate-owned, are covered in a cacophony of glaring holographic advertisements and neon signs. Far below, the street level is dark, overcrowded, and perpetually rain-slicked, a vertical slum where the architecture itself feels like a cage, famously visualized in Blade Runner and Cyberpunk 2077. Minimalist Utopia. This is the architectural style of a future where all messiness has been engineered away, often with an unnerving, oppressive calm. It is defined by vast, empty spaces, seamless white or gray surfaces, and a complete and total lack of ornamentation or personal expression. The forms are often monolithic and perfectly geometric, creating a sense of serene, sterile beauty. Seen in films like Gattaca and THX 1138, this style uses its pristine perfection to suggest a society where individuality and emotion have been sacrificed for total order and control. Orbital. This is the architecture of the elite escaping a troubled Earth. The style is defined by pristine, gravity-defying structures, most often in the form of massive, rotating tourist stations or rings that create artificial gravity. The interiors are the opposite of the crowded planet below, spacious, sunlit, and filled with lush, manicured parks and luxury villas, all with panoramic views of space. It is the clean, exclusive, and segregated future of the 1%, as perfectly depicted in the film Elysium. Solarpunk. This is the optimistic, utopian counterpoint to Cyberpunk, envisioning a future where technology and nature have merged. This style is defined by buildings that act like living organisms, integrating plant life directly into their design. It features skyscrapers covered in living walls of vegetation, terraces overflowing with trees, vertical farms that feed the population, and structures that generate their own clean energy. The solarpunk aesthetic is lush, green, and sustainable, presenting a hopeful future of symbiotic harmony. Post-Apocalyptic. This is the architecture of pure survival. Arising after a societal collapse, this style is not designed, but scavenged and cobbled together. It is defined by its ad hoc, utilitarian construction, using materials salvaged from the old world, shipping containers, scrap metal, car parts, and the concrete ruins of former buildings. Structures are often heavily fortified, modular, and chaotic, reflecting a world of constant threat. It is the pragmatic and ingenious style of necessity seen in worlds like Mad Max and Fallout. Off-world Colonist. This is an architectural style born from the harsh necessities of surviving on a hostile alien planet. It is defined by its modularity and functionality, with a focus on life support systems above all else. The most common forms are prefabricated habitats, inflatable structures, and geodesic domes assembled on-site, often partially buried for protection. The aesthetic is purely utilitarian and industrial, prioritizing airlocks, reinforced viewports, and hydroponic labs over any kind of decoration. Aquatic. This is the architecture of humanity's expansion into the oceans, our own planet's final frontier. Defined by the immense pressures of the deep, this style relies on spheres, domes, and reinforced, curving hulls to maintain structural integrity. The aesthetic is often inspired by deep sea life, featuring bioluminescent lighting and structures that anchor to the seabed. It is a style that blends advanced, high-pressure engineering with the strange, alien beauty of the underwater world, as seen in BioShock or The Abyss. Nomadic. This is architecture that has broken free from the land, defined by massive, self-propelled structures that roam the landscape or skies. This is a style of pure function and movement on a city-wide scale. The visual form can vary wildly, from the resource-devouring traction cities of Mortal Engines to the functional sand crawlers of Star Wars or the whimsical, shambling castle in Howl's Moving Castle. In all cases, the city is a machine. Biomechanical. This is architecture that is grown, not built, blurring the line between biology and structure in an unsettling way. Popularized by the art of H.R. Giger, this style is defined by organic, skeletal forms, ribbed tunnels, chitinous shells, and unsettling, sinuous curves. It feels both deeply complex and fundamentally non-human, as if you are walking inside the body of a creature. It is the architecture of alien hives or parasitic organisms, famously seen in the Alien franchise. Stellar engineering. This is architecture on a cosmic scale, built by godlike civilizations to harness the power of stars. This high-concept style includes theoretical megastructures like Dyson spheres that completely encase a star, or ring worlds that create artificial planets miles wide and millions of miles long. The aesthetic is one of unimaginable scale and pure energy, often appearing as structures made of light, force fields, or exotic matter that defy conventional physics. Cyberspace. This is the architecture of non-physical virtual worlds. Freed from the laws of physics and material constraints, this style is defined by impossible geometry, glowing lines of light, and surfaces that can glitch, transform, or dissolve instantaneously. It is the world of data streams, abstract grids, endless voids, and luminous structures that represent information itself. It is the pure, schematic architecture of the digital realm, as seen in films like Tron and The Matrix. So, from minimalist utopia to the chaos of a post-apocalyptic world, the architecture of the future is really a mirror for our present hopes and fears. But I want to hear from you. Which of these futures feels most likely? And which style is your personal favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to explore more architectural styles, both real and imagined, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.